put this up here? Oh man, I know it. I'm wearing a neck cap. Oh shit, my bad. I'm wearing my Carhartt neck cap. Batteries are sitting at 13.1 volts, which is okay. It's been kind of cloudy here in Central Florida. All right, so let's catch up. It's been a while since I've had a video shot in here. I've been busy with work. It's December 5th, Tuesday the 5th, I think. I don't know, I don't remember. I think I'm on the 5th of December. Let me just put some stuff back on the shelf and get it off the worktop. I come in here to organize, talk to you guys. All right, so I just watched a video from OffGridNZ. He's having a problem with his solar, right? I think he's got a 48 volt MPPT solar charge controller from what I can see on this video. I'm just guessing, I'm not sure. It may be 24 or 36 volts. Again, not sure. He didn't go into details to what it was. He's having a problem with batteries and battery memory. The batteries he does have, they're 100 amp hour batteries. Again, he did not specify whether they are LiPo or SLAs. So by him saying that there's a BMS, I'm assuming they are LiPo batteries, but I don't want to assume, so I'm going to hopefully allow him to respond to this video, because I advised him on his video that I'd be addressing him specifically on mine. Plus, I sent him a link to my channel. So whenever I post this video here in the next couple days, I told him in a couple hours. New Zealand, what time is it in New Zealand right now? Like 3, 4 in the morning, so he's probably not gonna see this video until later. But yeah, so I don't know the details of your system. I'll let you know the details of mine. So like I mentioned in my response to your video on the comment that I left, I have 4 100 watt EcoSolar panels. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Eco-Ready, some crap like that. Some knockoff Renogy brand, right? Not to say that Renogy doesn't make bad products, but you know what I mean. So I have 2 of them wired in series. So by wiring them in series, I'm doubling the voltage. The nominal voltage is 19.8 volts, almost 20 volts. Open voltage is like 24 volts. So 2 of them in series makes it between 20 and 48 volts. Open voltage, again, if it ever gets, something happens. Luckily, thank the maker, nothing like that's happened yet that I've had to worry about. The Victron app on my, okay, so I have ADD. You're new here. You're gonna figure this out. So I have 2 strings at 20 volts, right? 40 volts, that produce 5 amps at 40 volts, which gives me 200 watts. And then when you put them in parallel, you now double up your amperage. So now I have 40 volts at 10 amps. And I think the short circuit on the amperage is like 5.4 amps. If it ever has a short for that side of things, like an over amperage production. But the voltage stays consistently above that 14.4 volts that are needed to charge a 12-volt battery. Okay. With my battery loadout, I have two. I found two. They're cheap for me, so they're 150 USD. Right. I think it's like 180 euro would be the conversion. Off the top of my head, I haven't seen a conversion chart for USD to euro in ages, so I'm just assuming that 1.25 conversion if it follows the GBP conversion rate. So about 180 euro. I got them off Amazon. I bought two of them. They are mounted in parallel, right? And then I have the power, the positives from positive to positive on both batteries. The same thing for the negatives. So I'm going from 12 volt 100 amp hour batteries to now a 12 volt 200 amp hour battery, right? So it can store 2 kilowatts of power, right? If I produce a draw large enough on my inverter to burn 2 kilowatts, it'll use it in an hour. Realistically, aside from my chop saw in my workshop and my window AC unit that I'm not using today because it's in the 40s this last week, we're getting about 3.5 to 4 hours of solar. So I'm trying not to use, but obviously I don't need the AC right now because it's cold out, as you guys can tell. So the batteries feed the 2000 watt inverter. The 2000 watt inverter runs the 450 watt draw of the window unit that's in here to cool down the shed in the summer months. The longest I've had it running was like 4 hours, and it brought the batteries down to that 12.5 range of voltage. But I was also, middle of the summer and full sunlight here in Central Florida, so the batteries just dropped a little, right? But the Victron solar charge controller, that's an MPPT charge controller, took it and ran with it, right? So that's my loadout. I have a red Odo 2000 watt pure sine inverter. I was gonna buy a Renogy one, a 2000 watt inverter, but those are about $400. I got this one on sale for $150. The batteries, I wait for the coupons from the seller to come through. They usually have between $25 and $30 off coupons, so they'll bring the retail cost per battery down from $189 to $159. So I'll buy them there. Then I buy automotive battery cables that are 4/0 gauge, which I understand, they may not be suitable for anything high amp drawing, but in reality, I'm not drawing a whole lot of amperage, right? I'm just drawing enough to run my lights. Right now I'm looking at the battery gauge on the inverter. I'm sucking in or sucking out 5 watts, right? It is minimalistic at best. I'm not running a house. I'm not running any real loads out on this inverter. It runs a power tool here and there. As you can see, I have DeWalt outdoor power equipment. All the batteries for those get charged off the solar. So I'm not using any additional power from the house to have the shed or the workshop being run off of it. Now, I did notice that you have a much larger solar traction controller. Not sure the details of that, but in the next segment of the video, which is be in part 2 of this video, I will show you what I'm about to do, which is how I recommended you to wire your setup, because it's something that I want to do, is have the ability to add more batteries to the bank without discombobulating everything every time I want to do that. So I'm going to take care of that right now. I need to move these really big bags of black plastic bags out of the way. This is the installation for the roof. I went to a yard sale. See where once I had ADD, some real quick. I went to a yard sale. Some guy was selling a roll of paper batted fiberglass insulation for 2x6 walls, which is what I needed. However, they're 15 inches. I need it for 24, but for $60, I'm saving $40 because he only used one bat for a project that he did, and he just gave me the rest for $60. And now that it's cool enough for me to be in here and not sweaty, probably this weekend I'm going to start putting in the insulation on this side first, get a couple of sheets of OSB, button them up. Okay, I'll bring you guys along for that. But back to OffGridNZ, I'll send you a part 2 link for this one.